Embrace the present moment. Live in the now. Be fully awake. These are cool sayings, but there are moments in life we don't want to be awake or present for. So now we have a paradox. By embracing the present moment, we can escape pain. But to do that, we have to accept our pain in the first place. It's no wonder things are so confusing when we're being sold the lie that suffering is optional. No one has ever figured out how to enjoy being eaten alive. But we have figured out how to not worry about the possibility of being eaten alive, and that's what embracing the moment is about. How do we embrace the present moment if the moment is painful? How do we live in the now when we know there is tremendous pain to come? These questions suggest that we are not always present already. No matter what we do, we are always presently doing it anyway. You may be presently thinking about tomorrow's problems or yesterday's mistakes. No matter what you do, the moment is inescapable. The moment is what you and I really are, and we can choose to exist in moments where we dwell on heaven or hell. Ram Dass says stuff like, everybody wants to go home. Home is the good stuff, a sense of absolute safety, feelings of growth and freedom, pleasure, and unconditional love. These are the things we seek when we abuse ourselves. Self-abuse is when you give up on the other parts of you so that you may escape back home for a temporary amount of time. Everyone escapes back home when their time is up anyway. So when we abuse ourselves, we cheat. Those other parts of us are those crying babies, those bastard coworkers, our unsatisfying bodies, that mosquito that just bit you, and that pile of paperwork you need to finish. The real kicker is, we're all home. We're always home. We can't be anywhere else. What were all the pieces of you thinking before you could think? What if life is the only thing that hurts? What if, before we were all born, there was only infinite bliss? Every piece of you, not being burdened by the psychology of a uniform mind, just float around in heavenly ecstasy. This is where people go when they have spiritual experiences. Life is suffering. To exist as we do, suffering is a requirement. It is the resistance of this truth that stops people from living in the moment. We all worry far too much about things we cannot control because we think those things are going to starve us or eat us. So living in the moment is about finding a comfortable level of worry. Eckhart Tolle was an over-worrier. It's not bad to worry, my friends. It's the over-worry that will get you, though. Even though Eckhart's over-worry led him to great success, he found that once he got everything he wanted, he now had to worry about losing everything he worked to achieve, which was always inevitable. He was always guaranteed to lose everything anyway. Safety is a grand illusion. A good illusion to keep around, but still a lie. Eckhart discovered that all of his excess worry was absolutely worthless and that he could just feel blissful by being. And now he kind of rests all the time. I mean, look at him. He now worries an appropriate amount. You see, losing everything is inevitable for everyone, and acknowledging this allows you to stop clinging to everything for dear life. There's nothing wrong with worrying about the things you can control. This is called thinking, and thinking is good. A mother that doesn't think or worry about her child isn't a good mother. A mother that thinks too much or worries too much about her child isn't a good mother either. It's all about that middle way, about worrying about the things we can control and letting go of what we can't. And once we do that, we are free to really experience the wonder of being alive and to exist as walking examples of how good things can be. Worry is the second arrow. And in the words of the Buddha, the second arrow is optional. But how can I avoid worry when I suffer from chronic pain? The moment always drones on, so we are forced to endure whatever may come. When we realize there's nothing we can do to avoid suffering and our own falling apart, we are free to experience those things without adding extra weight to them. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to cry or kick or moan or scream in anger against a universe that you feel has abandoned you. Those things will happen to all of us. I know someday a moment will come when I know that my end is coming, and all I can do is scream, and maybe screaming is a luxury. But if I live in the moment, I won't be mad or surprised about it. And even if I am, it doesn't matter, because it will change nothing. And even though I know intense pain and suffering is coming for me and everyone I love, I know it will pass. We will pass through. It will pass through us. Embracing the moment is about soothing worry and dropping judgment. Leave judgment and worry to God or the universe or whatever you believe in that is greater than you. Remember that it is you. So you need to learn to trust yourself. We've all been on a journey to learn and trust the other parts of ourselves, the other parts of the universe. Experience fully whatever it is that is going on with you now. Accept it, even if it hurts and is terrifying. Sometimes this is intense sadness and struggle. Sometimes this is a disease that you're sure is going to take you. Don't resist it, because it's impossible to ignore anyway. Embrace your condition. Control what you can and don't worry any more than necessary. The ride ends for everyone eventually, so do what you can with what you got. And you may even discover that when things are at their darkest, you can still smile and you can still give love to others, and you can find peace in knowing that nothing lasts forever, especially not the pain.